So these spoilers actually look or sound promising based on what I've read. I mean, I glanced over them, but these seem actually to have a bittersweet ending. I hope so. Alright, now these spoilers were translated by Organic Dinosaur, and she is a very good or reliable translator who translates not just Boruto but also other series like Attack on Titan. Now let's get on with the spoilers. Alright, so episode 89 is a piercing committed heart. Boruto and Sarada have separated from Shikadai and his comrades. Kirara, the fabrication and synthetic human who was created for Lord Ku, appears in front of Boruto and Sarada. Kirara's fort is in Genjutsu. She doesn't offer Sarada any time to make use of her Sharingan. Kirara turns them into puppets who mobilize in accordance to whatever she wants them to do. She commands them to try and kill one another. On the other hand, Onoki, the previous generation of Tsuchikage, has been imprisoned in a room because of Ku's doing. The state of affairs for the village has become something completely different from what he had personally envisioned. Reflecting back on his words that he had often spoken to Boruto, he realizes his own errors that he had committed. Now, these words, these translations are actually longer than what we usually get for spoilers and whatnot, so I guess probably the episode actually contains a lot of events that are about to unfold. Hopefully so. I know a lot of people like to hype up what's gonna happen and then it becomes underwhelming, but I'm just gonna say hopefully the episode that does actually contain a lot of content for us. Now let me talk about these spoilers real quick. So obviously Sarada has the first stage Sharingan, right? That's not strong enough. Just because you have the Sharingan doesn't mean that another dojutsu cannot overpower you. It's all about genjutsu and about whose genjutsu is better. That's all it's about, right? So it doesn't matter if you have the all-powerful Sharingan or whether it's third stage or not. If someone's genjutsu skills are better than yours, you're basically good as dead, right? So from what it seems like, Onoki has finally realized what the problem is, and all he needed was time in order to fully grasp what was going on. Now the main reason, if you guys watch my videos, I think that Onoki actually is going or was following through this plan and thought that this was a good idea, is basically because of his guilt that he has now. Obviously he gave his grandson some advice, and because of that advice his grandson got killed, right? And because of that he decided to honor the grandson's death by creating these artificial human beings, and that backfired because he ended up treating them like they were just objects used for battle and death, so obviously it backfired. Now obviously the main reason is his guilt, and now that he has realized that, I wonder what his take is going to be on these synthetic humans once they die, because obviously they don't have the cure yet and they actually need real human hearts. So I guess that is the key to creating a synthetic human. You need a real human heart, and if that is the case, then Orochimaru has been doing some really fucked up shit. Think about the Shino-Chiyas, right? How many of those require hearts and stuff? Think about Mitsuki. If he has a heart of a human being, then who did Orochimaru kill in order to get that? Like, that's really fucked up, right? So yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to explore that or not, but that would be very interesting. That would add on more tension and build up for what's about to come next. Anyways, episode 90, Mitsuki and Sekie. Ku receives heavy damage from a sudden attack by Mitsuki. So clearly Mitsuki is still on the side of the Hidden Leaf village. However, the only reason why he went along with the synthetic humans is obviously to find his own will, right? To do whatever he wants. So once that he has discovered that, he decides to make his own decisions, and he attacks Ku, the person who was supposed to help Mitsuki find his will, right? So if he's attacking him, then Mitsuki has found his will. So Ku receives heavy damage from a sudden attack by Mitsuki, who he had brought along from Konoha. So Ku escapes from that area. So he's running away. He's probably weakened. Boruto and Sarada pursue Ku, but Kirara is blocking their path. I think the person who saves Boruto and Sarada from the Genjutsu is most likely Mitsuki, right? So Sekie is a fabrication who has seen the full details of their story from beginning to end. He is shocked by Mitsuki's behavior since he considers him as a friend. Confused, he recklessly attacks Mitsuki. Mitsuki does not want to fight Sekie. he somehow wants to try and put an end to Sekie's attacks, but Sekie won't listen to him. So this is huge character development right here. Think about it. At the start, during the Nue arc, Mitsuki would kill anyone who would come between him and his mission, right? It doesn't matter, friend or foe, he would kill you just like that. Now, the fact that he has made a decision that this person is his friend and he doesn't want to kill this person, that actually means he has developed as a person. He's making his own choices, and in a way, Boruto's behavior has kind of rubbed up on him. So I hope Mitsuki still stays a savage, because that's one of the main reasons why I like Mitsuki, is because he doesn't play, you know, he comes on the field and he does his job without adding any emotion in there. I mean, we have Boruto to do all that, but we don't need multiple characters who have that same emotional way of reasoning, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about episode 91. Ku appears once again in front of Boruto and his comrades no matter what happened. Boruto tries to believe in Mitsuki, so I think Mitsuki is probably fighting Ku. And if that's the case, then wow, Ku is like, he took out the Kage, right? So if Mitsuki can keep up with Ku, then he is something else. So Ku sneers at him for it, trying to provoke him. He tries to start attacking Boruto, but someone is preventing him from doing so. At the time, Onoki uses the assistance of Seki and Iwagakure shinobi, so Hidden Rock Village shinobi. One way or another, they struggle and barely manage to reach Ku's location. Onoki is introspective once again and reconsiders what his own true will is. In order to stop Ku from rampaging any longer, he resigns himself for a battle to the death. So I think what Onoki might end up doing is sacrificing himself in order to stop all these synthetic humans. So right now there is no mention of Kirara or Sekie in general, right? So I think in this episode they have been defeated and destroyed, or they probably overdid it and then, you know, they died. So it's all gonna be Ku, because Ku is running away, meaning that he has no one left to do things for him. Now the question is though, is where are all the Akutas? You know, because those are gonna be a huge obstacle for our main characters to go through. So where are the Akutas, and why is Ku running away when he has an entire army to do his bidding? Unless, I don't know, Onoki used particle style and turned the entire pool that creates Akuta into dust or something. I don't know where they would be, but I think most likely Onoki is going to die in this arc, and if they do, it's going to be a bittersweet ending, because obviously Mitsuki will be back and, you know, out for the old generation and in with the new, right? This entire show is about the new generation, so I wouldn't be surprised if Onoki died, because obviously his actions were based on his experience in life. People make decisions based off their previous experiences in life, right? And all Onoki knew was war, and the war is over, so his decisions are going to be based on paranoia, based on war, which there isn't anymore. So it would be meaningful if he died. Sad and also a bittersweet ending, because it's a good lesson for Onoki and for the main characters. Also, we have some spoilers for episode 89, which is coming up. It says, a persistent heart. The two of them are battling because of Kirara's genjutsu. Sarada isn't given any time to use a Sharingan. Boruto and Sarada have completely fallen under Kirara's genjutsu. Then Kirara orders them to try and kill each other. Now we know, based on the previous spoilers, on how this is going to end. I think Mitsuki is going to come in and save them, because they are under genjutsu of a ninja that is of a higher caliber than them. So definitely they are not escaping under that genjutsu. And those are basically the spoilers. Now, if you guys would actually like the video, I would appreciate it. Let's get this video to at least 100 likes, and I have some videos at the end which I would like you to watch. With that being said, those have been your spoilers, and I have nothing more to say. Bye.